Hello student, welcome once again. 8th lesson. This is a part 2 of the lesson. Okay, in this video we are going to learn the remaining part of the lesson. Okay, that is transfer of heat, then conduction, convection and radiation. Transfer of heat. Heat flows from a body at higher temperature to a body at lower temperature. This is called as transfer of heat. The heat is always transferred from a higher temperature, that is high temperature, to a low temperature. Heat transfer mainly in three different ways, and they are conduction, convection and radiation. These are the three main ways through which the heat is transferred. This we are going to learn now thoroughly. First one is the conduction. Conduction is the process by which heat is transferred in solids from the hotter end to the colder end. The heat is transferred in the solid. This process is called as a conduction from the hotter end to the colder end. One activity this you can do at home. Take an iron or an aluminium rod or a spoon you can take. Fix a few wax pieces on at equal distance. Okay, you can take the candle and put some candle drops at a fixed distance. For example, at one point is at 2 centimeter, other point on again under 2 centimeter. This way you can put and then heat the one end of the material you have taken and see what happens. You will see that the wax will melt after some time. First drop will melt, then second drop will melt, then third drop and so on. What is proof? This proves that heat is transferred from the hotter end to the colder end. Now hotter end is where you started the heating. That is a hotter end. The flame, where your flame is. Okay, that is a hotter end. And the heat is transferred from there to the colder end. This is called as conduction. This is example. Now conduction is mainly transfer of heat through our direct contact. Here direct contact is required. Occurs any time object at a different temperature are touching each other. Now the temperature should be different. One should be high and one should be low. Then only the heat will transfer. As long as the objects are in contact, transfer of heat will continue until the temperature of the object is the same. Once the temperature of the both object is same, then the transfer of heat will stop. Conductors and insulators. Conductors. What are conductors? Conductors are the material which allow heat to pass through them easily. Example, iron, aluminium, copper. These are the material which allow heat to pass through them. Okay, they are called as conductors. That's why all the utensils are made up of conductors. Okay, they pass the heat easily through them. Insulators. Insulators are the materials which do not allow heat to pass through them easily. For example, wood, plastic, glass. These are the examples of insulator because they do not allow heat to pass through them. That's why the handles of the utensils are made up of insulators. Okay, are made up of wood, plastic, because they do not allow heat to pass through them easily. Okay, they are called as insulators. Next one is a convection. Convection is the process by which heat is transferred in liquid and gases from the hotter part to the colder part. In first case, conduction, the heat is transferred in the solid. Now here heat is transferred in the liquid. Okay, for example, water when we keep on the fire. Okay, it starts boiling. Why? Because heat is transferred in the water. The gas also, if you heat the gas will rise. Okay, some gas burn. Okay, that is example of convection. The heat is transferred in them. The convection is mainly transfer of energy in a liquid or gas. When a part of gas or a liquid is heated, the particles it is made up of move faster and spread out more. The moving particles bump into other particles, causing them to move faster and spread out more. This way the convection takes place. Water boils, the water starts boiling at a lower point first because heat transfer there first, and then the the particles bump into the other particles, causing them to move faster, and this way the heat get transferred. Sea breeze and land breeze. Now sea breeze, during the day the land gets heated faster than the sea, so the air above the land gets heated, becomes hotter and rises up, and cool air from the sea moves towards the land. This is called a sea breeze. Now hot air is always light because there is no moisture in them, so it lifted up, due to less weight, whereas the cold air is a dense one, lot of water vapor present, so it remains low, and during daytime what happens, the land get heated means the gas which present, air which present is get heated and it lifted up, and the cold air from the sea rushes towards the land. That is called as a sea breeze. Whereas land breeze is exactly opposite. During the night sea cools down slowly than the land, so the hot air above the sea rises up and the cool air from the land moves towards the sea. This is called as a land breeze. The land breeze, the air blows from the land to the sea, during night time. Sea breeze, air moves from the sea during the daytime. See what happens in the diagram also. The air on the land gets lifted, rising warm air, and dense air, that is a cool air, that is a sea breeze that rushes towards the land, that is called as sea breeze. Whereas land breeze, during the night time what happens, land gets cooled very fast and the air moves from the land towards the sea, because sea gets cooled very slowly, sea water, that is called as land breeze. Now radiation is the process by which heat is transferred from one place to another without the help of any medium. Example, the heat from the sun reaches the earth by radiation. In first two example, that is conduction and convection, there are medium. In conduction, the medium is the material which you take. The example, iron, then copper, that are the medium of the conduction. And in convection, the medium of convection is air and gases. Here there is no medium, heat is directly transferred. For example, sun, through the radiation. When we sit near a fire, we feel warm due to the heat radiated by the fire. All hot bodies radiate heat. Hot body, if you go to near the hot body, you feel hot, no? Because they radiate heat. That is called as radiation. The kinds of cloth we wear during summer and winter. Different cloths we wear, no? Mostly summer we prefer a very light and very thin clothes, whereas winter we wear very thick and dark clothes. Dark color surface absorb more heat than the light color surface. Dark color surfaces radiate more heat than the light colored surface. We wear dark colored clothes in winter because it absorbs more heat and keep us warm. We wear light colored clothes in summer because it reflects most of the heat and keeps us cool. What happens if we wear a light clothes? Light get reflected from the clothes we wear. That's why we prefer that type of cloth. We wear woolen clothes in winter because wool is a poor conductor of heat, and the air is between the wool fibers prevent loss of heat from our body, and so we feel warm. That's why we preferred the woolen clothes during the winter. Here is the diagrammatic presentation of conduction, convection and radiation. See how the conduction take place in first diagram. Matter that absorbs the heat is transferred. Then second is the convection, that is air is heated and it get hot. And third one is the radiation, you directly feel the warm. Second diagram, see conduction, the handle that gets heated, that is due to the conduction. Convection, the water get heated, that is example of convection. And radiation, direct heat from the fire. These are the three main ways of transfer of heat. Wind is the horizontal movement of air from an area of high pressure to low pressure. Now wind is always blow from high pressure to low pressure. there is uneven heating of earth that results in global wind pattern. Okay, lands get heated unevenly. Okay, somewhere there is a lot of heat, somewhere there is a less heat. Okay, due to what happens, the air always move from one area to other area. There are two types of wind. One is a local wind, second is a global wind. Now local winds are winds that blow over a short distance. Okay, that are local winds, whereas the global winds are the winds that blow steadily from specific direction over a long distance. For example, cyclone, the wind blow for a long distance and steady wind. Now wind is caused by the difference in temperature or difference in pressure. If there is a difference in temperature, somewhere if there is a temperature around 30 degree and somewhere it is suppose it is 20 degree, then air will flow from high pressure to low pressure. That's all, student. Thank you very much.